of honor! I demand honor!
Bum, 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 bum. It's the Dark Avenger. Bum, 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 bum. It's the Dark Avenger. Bum, 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 bum. Dark Avenger. Bum, 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 bum. It is reviews of games.
So lately, I've been thinking about Star Trek. Comes through my mind every once in a while. I've been watching Star Trek since I was a kid. And I was thinking, I didn't give the Lower Decks, the Star Trek series that is animated, a fair shake. I watched one episode and quit. So, I was thinking maybe I'll review every episode, one by one, and see if it's worth the hype or if it's not for me. I heard a lot of people like it. I didn't really care for the first episode, so I'll revisit it. So, we start the show with a character named Boiler. They use the goodbye last names in Star Trek, but let's just call him Brad. That's his first name. So we start with Brad, who's the classic overachiever, stickler for the roles, kind of like a Tuvok type character, if you know what Star Trek Voyager. But it seems like he's going to come in contact with someone who is not a stickler for the roles. Maybe someone who doesn't like the rules, doesn't respect the rules, or maybe someone who is more of a free spirit. So the next character introduced is Mariner. Mariner is definitely a different character. She doesn't care about the rules as much, though she knows all of them. She even shows up Brad in knowledge of Starfleet protocol. But she wants to have fun, it seems like, in this episode, and she wants to see what the universe has to see. Though, she definitely has a good Samaritan bone in her, where she later helps out the alien race, and no benefit to her. So I'm not gonna lie, this show made me think at first that this is like Star Trek Rick and Morty or some kind of Adult Swim Star Trek. Oh, sometimes it does kind of remind me of that in this episode. It is definitely its own thing. The character we meet is Tandy. She's an overeager newbie on the ship. She has green skin, so she's probably not from Earth. And Brad and Mariner take her on the tour of the ship. And Brad is her liaison to pretty much show her around the ship and get her to know how everything works. And he learns that the Lower Decks are where some would say that nothing important goes on, though Brad keeps talking about how the bridge and the warp core are the best places on the ship, where Mariner says that the Lower Decks have everything that they need. The character we're talking about is Rutherford. He's part cyborg, part human. Yes, his cyborg part is Vulcan, and his main plot point right now is that he is going on a date. It shows something we never explored before, how the people in the Lower Decks sleep basically exposed to other people and bunk beds with communal shower. But I love this scene right here where Tandy is in awe of what it looks like to be in space. Convinces Brad to go to the holodeck with Tandy, and Tandy goes to one of the places that she never got to go to before she went to the academy, and Mariner pretty much says that Brad is a dork because when he uses the holodeck, he uses it to get the warp core. It's established in this episode that this ship is about second contacts. Janeway was the mistress of first contacts, but second contacts are also important as established in this episode. I think this is the first officer right now. He is ending the second contact, but he brings back with him something that's unwanted.
Should you get that looked at, sir?
I'll be fine.
So Brad meets with the captain right now. He seems very nervous about him, and basically the captain tells him to spy on Mariner and see if she's doing anything that she shouldn't be doing or anything against Starfleet regulations. In other news, Rutherford's side plot seems to be going well. He's a cyborg, and the girl he's on a date with says that her dad was a cyborg. While Rutherford is on this date, all hell breaks loose on the ship due to the virus that was taken back by the first officer. When the outbreak happens, Tandy seems overwhelmed with what's going on in the medical bay.
Wow, it's such an honor to meet you, sir.
Ready to go on a away mission to the place where they just made the second contact, and Brad brings out a phaser because he thinks that Marine is selling weapons to this civilization. But Brad finds out that really Marine is getting farming equipment to the citizens. The bureaucracy of Starfleet is not allowing these citizens to get the help they need. In a distraction attempt, Brad loses his clothes along with Marina, and Brad gets his moisture sucked by this space alien. Fate seems to be going well. They seem to have fought off all the infected crew members and are able to get to a safer spot. But then all of a sudden it doesn't seem like it's going so well, because Rutherford seems like some kind of insane person.
I wasn't expecting that.
What did you expect?
Well, for these maintenance hatch doors to recognize our comm.
Has some hard work to do, reviving someone's heart.
Sorry.
And then, thank goodness, they find a cure for all the infected crew members who, I guess, haven't got phasered yet.
Oh, what happened? Where am I?
Did I eat flesh?
So Brad has a meeting with the captain. It seems like Mariner has rubbed off on him. He rolls his eyes behind her back, and he tells us that Mariner did nothing wrong. In this meeting, we learn that the captain's daughter is Mariner. They seem to make up, and he seems to forgive her, at least partly, reluctantly, for the away mission where he got his clothes taken away and he got his moisture sucked by some kind of space alien monster. The main character's friends now bounce away into the sunset as the ship flies away into the darkness of space. What did I think about this episode? Do I like it more than when I first watched it? Yeah, I think I do. I had fun with it. I think maybe back then I was probably taking Trek too seriously. Sometimes you gotta lighten up. Fun episode. It was lighthearted, and there was some good humor parts to it. I would recommend someone watch it. It's on Paramount Plus, and I guess I'll be looking forward to seeing the next episode and see what all these characters will be up to. So this has been Duck Venture. Like, subscribe, whatever. This has been the first episode of Star Trek Lower Decks. Look for more reviews in the future. Yeah. The bureaucracy of the Starfleet is making it take too long to get assistance to these people.